When you have a young team like this, there's excitement, but there's also, apprehension.
Losing so many good starting players and then having 6 freshmen on the team, no one really expected us to do well.
It kind of helped us that we didn't have expectations, and we were just ready to start from the beginning, start fresh, and work our way as a team.
And I feel like it's been a chance for us to redefine what this program is. We got to share with them what CSU volleyball is, and I think it was really fun to be able to do that. They had a fresh slate, they didn't know what to expect, and being able to mold their experience, I don't know, felt good for me.
We opened the season well, and we played 4 matches that we should win. We prepared well. Even though as young as this team was, they did a really good job in preparing for opponents, and that, in the end, is what helped us win those matches.
Lexak to Cheesemich through the block. Inside quick to Hillier, and down it goes.
We started out 4-0, and I could kind of feel the vibe of the team, 4-0 like usual, it's nothing. And in my head, I was like, I don't think this is how it's gonna end. But I think we just started playing teams that wanted to play and that were, again, more experienced than us and more mature in the volleyball aspect. And so dropping 5 games in a row was huge for Rams volleyball, huge for me. It's never happened to me before, ever.
Those 5 matches losing was not fun, but we definitely gained some valuable knowledge through each one.
We had to come back from that and realize that we're not going to win games just because we're CSU. We have to win games because we're good, and we have to show that we're good.
Our goal every year is to compete for a conference championship.
The Mountain West is improving quite a bit. There are some good teams in it, and I think that became clear to us that this is not going to be a cakewalk.
We go on the road against Utah State at Utah State and played one of the best matches of the year. We were just very, very solid from an offensive standpoint. We couldn't be cracked. And that's when I saw the potential of this team. Then we move on into the UNLV game at UNLV, and they were leading the conference at the time. They were number 16 in the RPI.
So we're technically not supposed to win, but in our minds, there was no way that we were gonna lose.
It's funny because that's the first match this season that we actually came together and huddle after the 3rd set, and we're this is Rams volleyball. This is how we compete, and this is what we do. And we just knew from that game on that we can do it.
Thornlow, deep, dumped it over. What's that outside the treatment? There's a good tempo. And the roof in the side. Then he jumps it across. One-handed set to Poletto.
There was 5-set games after 5-set games after 5-set games. It was insane.
And there's Hillier.
We did not want to lose to Wyoming twice. Losing to them once was enough for us, but we all knew that we needed to get business done in this game.
For Cassidy, for our team, just we want to defend Moby.
Cassidy Denny had a difficult job this year because she'd been following a group of 4 players, and all of a sudden they're gone and she's the only senior on the team. She has to be a leader, and she switches positions.
On the court, she's such a great leader. She is so competitive, probably the most competitive person I have known.
She never settles with being ordinary or mediocre. It's constantly pushing those around her to be the best that they can. She doesn't accept, failure.
Middle of season, we had those ups and downs, and it was hard for her, I'm sure. And so she was very intense during practice. She expected us to work. She made me want to work harder as a player and just as her teammate.
on the court, off the court, she always wants to be the best. She always wants to push you to be your best, and I really admire her for that. Being able to like come up and like step up and like be the senior that we needed this year was just amazing, and I honestly don't think we could have done it without her.
The Rams firmly on the bubble for an at-large bid in the NCAA Tournament. So the Rams need to get a victory tonight over a quality Wyoming squad. 8-3. Denny. Stuffed over the top by Oleksak. Dug up, bit of an overpass and stuffed over.
It was two teams really competing hard and knowing that this was the eclipse of the season and that we needed to win that match in order to really make a statement for who we are.
Good solid sprawling defense by the Cowgirls. Hannah goes hard cross court. The Thornlow cover. Inside to Hilliard. The blocking down, and we're all square. 1 set apiece.
Third set, it was like a battle from the start and the battle all the way to the end.
Down to her. Laser beam sizzles the pit. Denny handles inside. Out to Cheesemich. Big, hard swing. Sonia Cheesemich just been a shining star from Nicholson back row. On the quick to Hilliard. Oleksak has to keep it alive. Tight set. And now we're going to get a challenge from Wyoming.
We had a challenge that overturned their win in the third set. Then they had a challenge that overturned our win in the third set. They end up winning the third set.
Colorado State's entire season hanging in the balance.
So then the fourth set, we're down, and I'm like, okay, well, soak it up. This is like your last points in Moby.
They go inside tight. Copeland down, and the border war goes the way of Wyoming.
And I was like, you have to challenge that, like, because I know that was down. It was just whether or not they're gonna see that it was down.
And obviously that challenge will be successful. And the Rams get second life. They go inside, tipped over the top, covered by Cheesemich. Oleksak outside to Cheesemich, blocked and out of bounds. Colorado State staves off elimination by the thinnest of margins.
It's like, okay, that was like momentum changing. That's like what we needed.
Loftus to Nicholson, to Oleksak, all the way across to Cheesemich. Out of bounds on the block. Colorado State escapes in the border war. A tremendous victory for the Rams. What a performance by Sonia Cheesemich. 27 kills, 3 errors.
I was so proud of the way my team competed in that match.
We just went all out and it worked out good. The challenge saved us a couple of times, saved them a couple of times too. So overall, it was a good game.
We finished our last match of the year, and it was one of the first times that we didn't really know for sure if we were going to make the NCAA tournament. We were truly a bubble team.
You know, everyone was really down when we didn't win conference, and you know, some of us were like, hey, like we still have a chance, and others were like, I don't know, like I don't want to get my hopes up.
It was complete elation when we saw our name up there on the TV screen, and then we knew we had a job to do. We had to go prepare for a very good Kentucky team.
We started off pretty strong, and like we showed that like we can compete against them, like the first and the second set, and we just kind of went into a slump in the third set, and unfortunately we didn't really know how to get out of it.
Didn't work out in our favor, but I definitely want more of those in the future, and I think we have a good chance at winning those matches in the years to come.
I'm really excited. I think that we have a lot of people now that have experience. They know what to expect from this game, and they know what to do to win. Now we take that into off season and work hard. We have, you know, those memories from not too long ago, the wins, the losses, everything that stung, everything that was happy, and we take that now and run with it and try and make ourselves better.
And I have no doubt in my mind that next year and the years to follow, they're going to be great, and CSU Volleyball is still going to have that high level of competitiveness and winning streaks and all that good stuff. Like, we might have lost conference this year, but next year you bet that we're going to be back at it.